Hello, no matter where you are, and welcome to Tarot Girl. I'm here as your guide to the galaxy, the stars, and everything that is going on. Before we get started, just a disclaimer, please realize that this is for entertainment purposes only. If you feel that anything I say or share rhymes or it jives with you, then go ahead, make some notes. However, if it doesn't apply, as the old folks used to say, let it fly. Meanwhile, feel free to go ahead and get a cup of coffee or anything else that you might need. Whatever you do is your business and not mine. And if you're old fashioned and you got a red cup, well, you know what time it is. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, before I forget, how you doing today? How you doing? How your mama damn doing? You doing all right? Okay, good. So, where are we going to begin today? Well, I know it's tonight when I filmed this, my ancestors they insisted that I do a reading. And I was like, no, I want to do it tomorrow because I got to get my nails done. And my ancestors said, no, tonight. And I said, all right now. So, before we get started, let's go ahead and purify our cards. I don't know what it is with me and sage. It just never stays lit, but that's all right. So the first deck I'm going to start with is What's the Tea? Ancestors closest to the light and to the sun of the soul, please continue your sphere of protection around me. Also, ancestors, call out to the ancestors and the loved ones of all those who are watching. Bring us peace, bring us guidance, bring us understanding. Please make sure that all messages are concise, clear, and easily understood by myself and those who are watching. I ask that those of us who walk bravely in the light, we may walk on the side of the darkness, but we are not afraid of the darkness, nor can we be consumed by it. Bring us peace, bring us understanding, bring us joy, bring us health and love. With all of that said, thank you, Ashe, and Amen. Let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we are going to get started with the What's the Tea Oracle set. Now you can see, honey, ancestors, I can't do all that. Ancestors, I can't do all that. If your ancestors are like mine, they always got a lot to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Happiness hater. For the first reading, this is where we're going to start. We start in some mess. You got a happiness hater. Now, I know what you might be thinking, that you know who it is. I can tell you right now, you don't actually know who it is. You don't actually know who it is. Now, when it comes to tarot or oracle cards, speaking only for myself, I do not go by only what's on the card. So the card plus whatever my spirit team or whatever other beings share with me is what I'm going to share with you. So let's go ahead and let me continue. So, all right, ancestors, you say that the collective has a happiness hater. I was about to say happiness hating hoe, but you know, it may not be a hoe. Could be just a trifling heifer. Anyway, me saying trifling heifer, you can tell my actual age. That, and I need to get my nails done, but that's all right. All right, so ancestors, what's going to be the first issue with this happiness hater? Ooh. Lord have mercy. Ah, fishing for compliments. Fishing for comments. Okay, so you got a happiness hater out here, and they sitting up here collecting information about you. They fishing for comments. They trying to find out what your tea is. What did you do? Be happy. I don't know what it is with a happiness hater. Now, hopefully, I know it's kind of crazy and strange to say. I was about to say, hopefully, I don't have any cross watchers. Woo! Yep, see, look at this. Bad karma in the reverse. You literally are enjoying your good karma. That's why you got a happiness hater. That is why you got a happiness hater. Now, I know some people feel a certain way about tarot, but understand that tarot is sort of the version of Pictionaries for spiritual stuff for the universe. You remember Pictionaries as a kid? Well, if you were born in the 70s or 80s, you remember Pictionary. Don't sit up here and lie. I'll start singing Schoolhouse Rock and you'll join in. Okay? Back to this. I know I'm running my mouth. Okay, so we got bad karma. Bad karma in the reverse. So you're enjoying your good karma. We already had happiness hater at the bottom of the deck. Your hater is fishing for comments, darling. Fishing for comments. They're trying to get the information about you. And they're only mad because you're enjoying your good karma. Okay, ancestors. Ooh, hold on. Running. Woo, look at this. You running. You running. You running. But look at her face. Look at her face. She is one. She is one with herself. Look where she's running. Peaceful. She's running aside the ocean. She is full. She got time. She got space. She got peace. You are running. Honey, you are running in your good karma. In your good karma, you are running. Okay, look at that. Ooh. Okay, ancestors. What else do you want me to tell the good folk? What do you want me to tell the good folk, ancestors? Come on now. You got this. You got these people out here. And please excuse me. I did say she. Okay, I did say she. Keep in mind that cards can represent the masculine, the feminine, or the in-between, or a mix. I did use the pronoun she. This could easily have been a man. The point is that the person is running. They are in one with nature. They got time, they got space, and they are moving in their good karma. Okay, so let me draw some more. Ancestors, what else do you want me to tell the good folk? Ancestors, what else do you want me to tell the good folk? Ooh, hold on a second. I gotta stretch down. Ooh, okay. Now, jackpot in the reverse. Jackpot in the reverse. Now, before you think something negative, jackpot in the reverse. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because you're living, you're running, you're moving, you're running in your good karma. You're running in your good karma. So you didn't hit the jackpot. You are reaping what you earned. So you didn't hit the jackpot. You are reaping the goodness that you have earned. Okay? Now, I know some people might say that being at peace and having the time, space, and unity and everything else is hitting the jackpot, but particularly jackpot in this particular oracle deck refers to winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. Like, no, you don't have unexpected money. You are enjoying the goodness that you earned. Very, very different things. All right, let's keep going. Ancestors, what do you want me to tell the good folk out here? The men, the women, the kids. Okay. And look, ancestors want me to warn you. They want me to warn you. Be careful of that happiness hater. Be careful of that happiness hater. Now we clearly see why. You see happiness hater came back out, right? Oh, trifling. Sorry. But happiness hater. So why? So now we know why you have this happiness hater. Now we know why. Now we know why this happiness hater was fishing for comments. And why were they? Because literally, bad karma in the reverse. Because you're literally running in unity, peace, and solidarity with your good karma. And it's good karma that you earned. You didn't hit the jackpot. You are enjoying the fruits of what you've earned. And that, my ladies and gentlemen, or in-betweens, or neithers, is why you have a happiness hater. Okay, so we have our base. We have our base here. Let me move this card over. Let me move this card over. Let me put this one right there. I know I'm going to get a bigger desk, okay? I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow. I'm going to get a bigger desk. I don't know why my ancestors hardcore insisted, like, no, sit down tonight, go and do the reading. I don't know if your ancestors are like mine, but my ancestors don't play. My ancestors are like, we told you now. Like, ancestors. But it is what it is, honey. I'm the same way, so how could I talk? Okay, so our next deck is going to be the intuitive deck. Okay, these are also oracle cards. These are not tarot cards. These are oracle cards. These are oracle cards. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, ancestors, if you don't mind, can you please clarify fishing for comments for the good folk? Ancestors, please clarify fishing for comments for the good folk. Before I forget, when I was setting up to do this reading, there was a date that came to me, July 13th. July 13th, and Spirit said it was July 13th of this year. I don't know why. So I don't know if July 13th of this year is going to mean anything to you. I don't know if you have anything coming up or anything's going on, but just take a note of that date. It may not apply to you. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. If it jives with you, if it applies to you, make a note of it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. And yes, me saying that does reveal my age. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Too many ancestors. Okay, ancestors, let's see what we get. Yep, ancestors, if you would, one card to clarify fishing for comments. Divine timing. Okay? Divine timing. Well, what's going on with your hater? What's going on with your hater? This is one of the tools of the universe, honey. This is one of the tools of the universe. So you have your hater out here fishing for comments, but this was all in divine timing. This is a lesson for you to learn. You're going to have to, I suspect, learn how to protect your happiness. You got to learn to protect your happiness. And part of you enjoying your good karma is learning how to protect it. Because you always got to understand that oftentimes the real haters, see, when we're down and out, that's not when the haters show up. That's not when the haters show up. It's when we are enjoying the fruit of our good karma, bad karma in the reverse. That's when the haters show up. Okay? Divine timing. Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson. Okay? So let's keep going. Ancestors, if you would, for the good people watching, could you please clarify bad karma in the reverse? Ancestors, if you would, for the good people watching, please clarify bad karma in the reverse. Ooh, okay. And what do we have here? Soul connection. Oh, look at that. Ooh, two souls done met in the stars. Look at that. Soul connection. Connecting deeply with your soul and discovering your true self. As your good karma, as you enjoy it or as it's coming in, you are connecting with yourself. You're connecting with your soul. And your soul may look nothing like your physical body. I said physical, right? Okay, good. Your soul may not look anything like your physical body. It may not resemble what your culture may have taught you your soul is supposed to look like or be. But you got a real soul connection with yourself. Look at you meeting both aspects of yourself in the cosmos. Oh, I feel honored. No, for real, I feel honored. I got cosmic beings watching. How you cosmic beings doing? How's the stars today? Which one of you can get me a good price on an apartment near Mars? Like on the, I want the cold side of Mars. I want the cool side of Mars. No. Okay, ancestors. I'm just playing. I'm just half playing. I'm half playing. I'm half playing. I'm only half playing because truly, soul connection. Your soul is connecting with itself. You are connecting with your real self. As your good karma is coming in, or as your good karma continues to be running with peace and joy. Yes, come on through, ancestors. Ancestors, if you would be so kind, please, for the good people watching, clarify running. Clarify running. I love everybody, so I didn't comment on I didn't comment on the skin tone of the young woman in this photo. I did not comment on the skin tone of this young woman in this photo. Remember, if it applies, take note. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Let it fly. You know, just now I know I'm supposed to draw another card because I know my ancestors be like, my ancestors sometimes tell me like, girl, get to the point. And I'm like, okay, I am. Well, why do you think why do you think I call myself tarot girl? It's like girl, girl. But now look at her skin tone, right? Now you might think I'm only going to reference or talk about her being, some people would say black, some people would say of African descent, some people might say African American, but I will say she has brown skin. She has brown skin. Now, why does that matter? Well, one of the inherent unique aspects of this color skin is that this color skin absorbs all frequencies of light. So in actuality, the light radiating off of her skin could radiate off the skin of many different colors. Okay? I was going to say it to like somebody in their Technicolor Dreamcoat, but I literally can't remember. Anyway, okay, ancestors, my bad. Back to running. Yes, please, if you would clarify this card. Yes, ancestors, for the good people, could you please clarify the running card? I won't take that. Ancestors, if you would be so kind, please clarify. Oh, there we go. Mirror of truth. Mirror of truth. Look at that, honey. Look at that. Mirror of truth. Intuition reflects the truth like a mirror. Trust what you perceive. Trust what you perceive. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her running. You see the light coming off of her skin? You see how she's basking in the light? Mirror of truth. She is running. She is reflecting the truth of herself. You are reflecting the truth of yourself. Because remember, we just had soul connection right here. You connecting to your actual self. But let's go ahead and move forward because I know time is running long. Now, ancestors, if you would, please clarify jackpot in the reverse. Ancestors, if you would, clarify jackpot in the reverse for the good old people. Ancestors, if you would, clarify jackpot in the reverse. Okay, so we do have something in the reverse. We have divine intervention in the reverse. Hold on. Before you think it's negative, hold on. This is not divine intervention. Do you know why? What did I say earlier? Did I not say jackpot is in the reverse because you have earned the goodness that you are experiencing or that will be coming in? Divine intervention is in the reverse. Why? Because you have earned the goodness coming in. The divine did not have to interrupt events. You have earned the goodness coming in or that you're experiencing. You've already earned it. The divine didn't have to do anything. You already earned it. And okay, I gotta talk about these two heifers. Called me. Yes, I call men heifers too. I call men's. Excuse me. I call men in men's heifers too. Okay, ancestors, if you don't mind, could you please clarify these two goddamn heifers in the river? Sorry, I mean not say that. Ancestors, if you would, could you please clarify happiness haters, please? Ancestors, for the good folks, please clarify happiness haters. God damn heifers. Male heifers, female heifers, just trifling. Oh, trifling. The idea that somebody would hate on somebody because they're happy, they're just trifling. Whew. Ancestors, please clarify these two happiness-hating, trifling assholes. Please clarify. Please clarify. Mm-hmm. Seeing beyond. Look beyond the obvious. Trust your intuition to reveal deeper insights. Seek beyond. Your happiness haters, they mad because they can't get to where you are or they can't go to where you're going. That's why they mad. That's why they hate it. Let's look beyond. Okay, so the ancestors say, okay, see beyond. See beyond these two hurt people. Because, see, let me tell you something now. I should have pointed this out earlier. Happiness hater. Now, you know who's a happiness hater in this picture? This trifling asshole right here. This is the happiness hater. You have to see beyond the obvious. Yes, he's hating on your happiness. Yes, she might be hating on your happiness. Yes, they, them, or them might be hating on your happiness. But why? Because they can't get to where you are. See, you're over here. You're over here. Because, see, and the reason why I say this is you, and not just a couple. The reason why I say this is you, noticing you have your male aspect and you have your female aspect uniting together. Notice on this card, Soul Connections, notice you have your blue, your male aspect, your more violet, your female aspect uniting together. Your happiness hater, they can't get to where you are. That is the seeing beyond. The reason why they are hater. Now, you got to see beyond and understand that they may be hating on your happiness because they can't get to where you are. Okay? So that's for your understanding. That's part of the divine timing. That's part of the divine timing so that you can gain the clarity that they are mad because they can't get to where you are. But that's all right, though. I'm going to still call them a trifling asshole in the meantime. What am I supposed to do? You know, call me old-fashioned, I know. Oh, Miss V, you gotta be more understanding about people. Everybody has a different... shut up. Sorry. Said with love. Okay. I want to know more about this happiness hater. So I'm going to go to here. And our next deck, or my next deck, as it were, is going to be the What Lies Beneath Oracle deck. What Lies Beneath Hidden Features Oracle cards. So What Lies Beneath is our next Oracle deck. Ancestors, if you would, could you please clarify happiness hater? Ancestors, if you would be so kind for the good folks watching, could you please clarify? Ah, okay. Look, my ancestors don't lie. I asked my ancestors to clarify happiness hater. And what my ancestors said? Fake friends. This happiness hater, you know them. You know them. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say that this was a romantic picture that this couple set up. Let's say this is a romantic picture, and it was your friend that agreed to take the photo. Girl, that friend, that friend is fake. Girl, that friend is as fake as government cheese and powdered eggs. Okay? You got a fake friend. And that fake friend, is hating on you because they can't get to where you are. See beyond. See beyond. That fake friend hates you because they can't get to where you are. You better watch out. You better watch out. Because but that is so true. That is one of the oldest stories in the book. So many people are cool so many people will be cool with you when you down, right? But as soon as divine timing kicks in, and you are able to live your good karma, child, child, ooh, you find all the haters come out. All the haters. Haters, 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 haters. Anyway, so ancestors, if you would, could you give me some more information about this line here? Ancestors, if you would be so kind, give me some more information about running in Mirror of Truth, if you would be so kind. Ancestors, for the good folks. And I don't know why people make such a big deal about people singing during tarot readings, because obviously I'm Black. And if you don't know an old Black person who sings when they're doing anything, I don't know what kind of Black some people are. Or whatever ethnicity, because every ethnicity I've ever known, the older you get, the more likely you are to sing. And I mean every ethnicity. So anyway, ancestors, about running in Mirror of Truth, could you go ahead and give me some more information? You saw that card pop out there? I didn't do that, girl. Emotional intelligence. Look at this. God, come on through. Yes, yes, yes. Emotional intelligence. That is part of the reason why you got this good karma. You have gained, or you are gaining, emotional intelligence. Look at you. You're one with yourself and everything around you. You have the mirror or truth. You literally are a reflection of the truth because you have developed, or you are developing, emotional intelligence. Yes. For our first reading, come on through, my ancestors. Good God. I am honored today. Ooh, ancestors, thank you so much for letting people who are this good, watch this reading. Thank you, ancestors. Golly. Anyway, moving right along. Ancestors, if you would, about these people who are living out their good karma and they're getting their soul connected to themselves. Ancestors, if you would be so kind to please go ahead and give me a card and tell me about that, if you would. If you would tell me more about that. Ancestors, if you would, please. For the good folk. Tell me more. Let's see. Burning evidence. Burning evidence. Burning evidence. Now, how can burning evidence relate to this? How can burning evidence relate to your good karma and your soul connecting to itself? Burning evidence. Why do you need evidence for what already is? Why do you need evidence for what already is? Do you need evidence that you hear my voice? Do you need evidence that this card exists? Why do you need evidence for something that already is? You're burning the evidence, honey, because you don't need it. You have nothing to prove. Why do you need evidence when you have nothing to prove? You're living your good karma, your soul connecting to itself. You don't need evidence. You have nothing to prove. Hello. Why do I need evidence? Why do you need evidence for something that is? Girl, you have nothing to prove. Burning the evidence, what evidence do you need? Because you have nothing to prove. It is what it is, and it already is. You don't need no evidence. I don't need no evidence to know that this car is sitting here. I don't need no evidence to know that this car is sitting there. You ain't got nothing to prove. Moving right along, ancestors, if you would, could you go ahead and tell me about fishing for comments and divine timing, which is this column here. You may not be able to see it closely, but it's this column here. Ancestors. Yep, ancestors, tell me, for the good folks watching. For the good folks watching, ancestors. Ooh. Promiscuity in the reverse. Promiscuity in the reverse. Now, okay? Sleep around, freak for all, okay? Sleeping with your man, promiscuity, but in the reverse, in the reverse. So how can this apply? Okay, promiscuity in the reverse. How can this apply to fishing for comments? How could this apply to fishing for comments, divine timing, promiscuous, sorry. Did I say promiscuity? Girl, my bad. Promiscuous in the reverse. What's a reverse of promiscuity? Right? Isn't that, couldn't we use synonyms like restraint? Couldn't we use synonyms like faithfulness, fidelity? You are faithful to the divine. You are faithful to the divine timing. You are faithful. You are a faithful, I was about to say fidelius, but that's not a word. Girl, I used to watch In Living Color when I was a kid. Don't make fun of me. Sorry. But you are not promiscuous. You are not a hoe. But I mean, okay, promiscuous, I'm not referring to your actual behavior. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, are you willing to be dedicated to yourself? Are you willing to be faithful to yourself? Are you faithful to your ideas, to yourself, to your passions, to your path? Are you faithful to yourself? Are you faithful to what you believe? And you are faithful to yourself, to what you believe, to what you think is right, and to live by that. Nobody is able to change who you are or sample you like yesterday's fried chicken. I was going to say something about Bud's Chicken in South Florida, but y'all don't know that probably. That's all right, though. Okay, and ancestors, if you don't mind, could you go ahead and tell me about divine intervention and jackpot in the reverse? Nope, we're not going to do that. Ancestors, if you don't mind, can you tell me about divine intervention in the reverse and jackpot in the reverse? Let's see, come on. You're not telling me, you're telling the good folk, ancestors. Ooh, ancestors don't seem to have much to say. Hold on now. Let's try again. See what we say. Ooh. Kick to the curb. That trifling. But you see, though? But you see? Who kicked to the curb? 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 Is it the man or the woman? Who's kicked to the curb? It's the man or the woman. You kicked somebody to the curb. You kicked somebody to the curb. You kicked somebody to the curb. You did. This trifling fake person, you kicked somebody to the curb. You did. The divine didn't need to intervene in this because you did it. You did it. You're the one who kicked this person to the curb. The divine didn't need to step in because you did what you were supposed to do. You kicked this to the curb. The divine didn't need to step in. You didn't get a jackpot because you are playing out the good karma you have already earned. So come on through. Woo, I got such a good collective. Well, maybe not yet. You subscribed, right? You hit the subscribe button and then you press the like and then you hit to get all notifications. You hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I would love it if you stop back by. But let's keep going. Now, I got to get my stamina up because, my stamina ain't what it used to be. So I'm only going to do one more deck, and that's going to be the Soul Symphony card deck. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Ancestors said instead to do the yes or no deck. Excuse me 1 second. Let me go get it. Where did I put yes or no? Oh boy, here we go again. I misplace things kind of easily. So, here we go. Instead, we're going to do yes or no. That's what the ancestors said to do. And ancestors said, Spirit said to draw 2 cards, and that's it. Okay, well, Spirit, if I'm only drawing 2 last cards, then which ones do you want me to draw on? Okay, so ancestors said that they want me to draw on fake friends and emotional intelligence. All right, so, okay. All right, so, ancestors about fake friends. Ancestors about fake friends. The good person who's watching this reading, ancestors about fake friends. Does the fake friend pose any danger to them financially or safety-wise? Yes or no? Well, excuse me, that's not fair. Ancestors, does the fake friend pose any type of danger or possible hindrance to this person? Yes or no? Ancestors, does the fake friend or friends, do they pose any possible hindrance or deterrent to this person? And I know I just changed the question 3 times, but my ancestors get the point. I forget the dog's name sometime, and I haven't had a dog in a decade. Anyway, so fake friends. Does the fake friends pose any type of risk or hindrance? Ancestors, yes or no? Ooh, you saw that card? And we have yes. Yes, peaceful outcomes and relaxations aids decisions. Keep your wits about you. Remember, see how peaceful she is? Remember how peaceful our friend running here is? Keep calm, and in your state of calmness and peace, then make your decision about your fake friends. Because the answer is yes. Your fake friends can cause a hindrance to you enjoying your good karma. Okay, so be careful. But remember, decide in peace, decide in your stillness. Use the emotional intelligence that you're gaining or that you're having. That you're gaining or that you have. And then, in fact, speaking of emotional intelligence, ancestors, emotional intelligence. Ancestors, this emotional intelligence. Sorry. This is going to sound weird, but this was the question that was put into my mind. If it sounds a certain kind of way, please excuse me, okay? But the question that was put into my mind to ask was, ancestors, does my good collective, my good viewer, is their emotional intelligence going to positively affect their finances? Yes or no? I know that's a weird question, but that was the one put into my mind. Ancestors, will my collective's emotional intelligence affect them positively financially? The exact words were, ancestors, will their emotional intelligence affect how much money they can earn? Yes or no? Ancestors, will their emotional intelligence affect how much money they can earn? Yes or no? That was the question, so let's see. Can't take it? Oh boy. Can't take it. Okay. Interesting. 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 I asked for 3 cards, and I got no. And I got no 3 times. So, will your emotional intelligence affect how much money you can earn? No, it won't. Stormy relationships, misdirection, recalibrate your course, feeling out of sync. I'm sorry, let me bring it closer to the camera. So, no, feeling out of sync, recalibrate your course, stormy relationships. So, it looks like the answer is no. Your emotional intelligence is not going to affect how much money you can earn. However, if I can draw your attention to, because remember, we got 3 no's as the answer, but I want to particularly draw your attention to one of them. I want to particularly draw your attention to this no. Remember, the question was, will your emotional intelligence affect how much money you can earn? The answer was 3, no, no, no. But notice on this card that this no says stormy relationships. It's going to be your emotional intelligence that's going to be able to help you deal with these stormy relationships. Now, will that affect how much you can earn? No. But it might affect your ability to progress forward. It may not affect how much money you can earn in dollar amounts, but how easily you can earn that money. That could be something. And it's not just about earning money. Your emotional intelligence are going to allow you to navigate the stormy relationships that you might end up having to deal with. And look at the third note that we got, feeling out of sync. Your emotional intelligence is going to help you be able to get back into sync, to help you to get back into sync with the person who you care about the most. Right there. Right there. Look at them right there. And then this third no. Misdirection, recalibrate. Do you know how you're going to get back in the right direction? You know how you're going to be able to recalibrate? You know how? Because you already have emotional intelligence. That's how. Oh, okay. So, with all of that said, I'll go ahead and close this particular reading. Now, just my spiritual opinion, other people may differ. We open the reading with protection. We open the reading asking for protection and things to look out for us. So when we close the reading, we close the door. With all of this said, thank you very much for watching this tarot/oracle card reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you get all of my future videos. And write down in the comments if you noticed something, if you felt like something jabbed with you, you felt something vibed with you, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Okay? And with all of that said, ancestors closest to the light and to the sun of the soul, I thank you for providing protection for me and for the beautiful people who are watching. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of the beings that have chosen to be here for this particular reading. Thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to the ancestors and the spirit teams of everyone who is watching. May we all walk in the light, not afraid of the darkness. May we all walk in peace and harmony. With all of that said, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye-bye.